I'll start the first one, then I'll ask you to help me. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and your face surely shows it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Thomas, you're standing so nicely. Would you like to do the next feeling? What do you want to do? If you're mad. What would you do if you were mad? I hope you do the turtle, but we could stomp our feet, okay? Get on your letter, and let's stomp our feet for mad. Ready? Go ahead, Thomas. If you're mad and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're mad and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're mad and you know it, and your face will surely show it. Show me your mad face. You don't want to be sounding too mad. You want to look a little bit upset. Your face gets hard. Your eyebrows get angry. If you're mad, wow, Jaden, and you know it, stomp your feet. Right, let's do one more. Who's standing so not yelling? Your feelings are right there on your face, girl. Which one would you like to do? Any of the feelings we've learning? Worried. Ooh, that's a great word. That's a new word that Twiggle was telling us about. What does that worried face look like? Everybody make it in 3, 2, 1. Oh, your hands might be up here. You might be a little bit scared, but worried is something that you feel if you're not sure what's going to happen. All right, Yelene, sing with us. Ready? If you're worried and you know it, go like this. If you're worried and you know it, go like this. If you're worried and you know it, and your face will surely show it. Let me hear you. If you're worried and you know it, go like this. All right, let's quietly sit in our circle. Today, you're looking really good. Why don't you give me a drum roll? Bria. Oh, Brielle's not even here.
We can't pick her. We have to pick a different.
Maybe she didn't get it. Do you think she'll feel so disappointed that she didn't get that? Aiden Griffin, come on over here. Would you like to do the fast outfit today? You would. Would you like to put the cape in?
Good job, Aiden.
Lydia, that was so kind of you to give him that.
Good job.
So, Henrietta, why are you smiling so much today? Well, I'll tell you, I'm feeling generous. What?
That's
Us! That's a really big word. I've never even heard it before. What is that? Well, I'll tell you, boys and girls, generous is the feeling you get when you want to do something really, really nice for someone and you don't even have to do it. Wow. That's right, Twinkle. Do you remember when you were really generous at the block station? Yeah, I was. That was generous. Yeah, it was. You didn't have to share your blocks, but you did because you're a great friend. Well, what are you feeling so generous about, Henrietta? I want to know. Well, do you remember when I was so jealous I couldn't get a turn on the bike? Yeah, Well, I finally got my turn, and I was so excited about getting to ride that bike, but then I started to feel a little bit sad because I could see that Daphne was so disappointed that she didn't get a turn. What? That's the other feeling word, though, so then why did you feel generous when Daphne was sad? That doesn't seem right. Well, this is what I did. I said to her, Daphne, I know you're disappointed and a little bit jealous. Because guess what, boys and girls? I felt that way too. Do you remember when I felt that way?
Yeah.
So then I saw that she was about to cry, so guess what I did? I decided to be a really great Pat's friend, and I told her, don't cry. We can both take a ride. And we took turns. Because Miss Beavers told me that that's the generous thing to do. So feeling really, really, what's the word?
Generous.
Generous. Wow. That is pretty fantastic, isn't it? You've never heard that word before? Let's say that word one more time for me. Generous. Will you help me show how Henrietta can be generous to Daphne on the scooter? Will you help me do that? Can you see with your mask on? You can put it up on your forehead for now if you want to. Here, I'm going to give you Henrietta because she is so generous. And I'm going to give you Daphne. If you want to ask a friend to help you, you can. Will you show how the friends took turns on the scooter? Who do you want to help you? Thomas? All right, come on over, Thomas. Can you help Aiden show this is another way to say it, generosity. Can you say it that way?
Generosity.
Can you hold the scooter? And Aiden Griffin, can you show how these friends are being generous in taking turns and sharing together? Go ahead. Oh, did Henrietta let Daphne go in front? That's up to you. It's your part of the story. There we go. They're going to sit together. And then you can help Thomas wheel them around because they are taking turns. They are being generous. Look at them. Oh, Daphne fell off. Oh, let's make sure Daphne's okay. Are you okay, Daphne? All right, have a seat. Let's let them take a ride. All right, Thomas, you can fix it and take them for a ride. Janiyah, you need to have a seat, please. Thank you. All right, go ahead, past friends. Take them for a ride. Whee! There they go. Awesome job. Thank you, past friends. Will you give Thomas a high five? Good. Thomas, you can just wheel them right over there. Thank you very much. Generous! I wonder, Twiggle, if anybody else has ever felt generous before. Can you close your eyes and really think with Twiggle about a time you were generous? Twiggle shared a time when he shared his snack with Duke, but I wonder if there's been a time that you have felt generous, either in school or maybe at home. All right, I see some hands because I see some stories of people who were feeling generous either at school or at home. Aiden, when was a time that you felt generous? Sometime you gave something to someone, you didn't even have to do it. Oh, let me hear Aiden first, and then I'll come back to you. We got a lot of Aidens. 1 minute, Aiden, blow a bubble. Aiden Edgar, go ahead and tell me a time you felt generous. So he was being generous, wasn't he? Letting you come. You didn't have to come with him, right? And he was feeling generous by taking you along. How'd that make you feel? Did you feel uncomfortable? Or did you feel really good inside? I bet you did. Isn't that neat how generous feelings can make you feel great inside and not uncomfortable like some of those other feelings we've learned? Anybody else want to share a story about feeling generous? Omir, you're very generous, especially when you've worked in the Art Center. Would you want to talk about a time you felt very generous?
Yes.
When have you felt very generous?
When me and Mom was drawing that ladybug picture.
Oh, yeah?
Together,
Yeah.
And we made a picture together, and we worked really hard, and my mom let me color.
Wow. So you guys were really taking turns just like the puppets were, weren't you? So she could have drawn the picture all on her own, right? Or you could have drawn the picture all on your own. But you both were feeling pretty generous in sharing the crayons, helping each other out. Look at this person. This person is showing a feeling of generous. Say that word for me one more time.
Generous.
Generous. Look at this, Yalene. What do you notice about this person's face? When they're feeling generous, what does that look like? King, your bubble is amazing. What does it look like to be generous? Yeah, it's a feeling like happy. Because what do you see he has? A happy face, a smile. Does he have hard eyes or soft eyes?
Soft.
Make your eyes soft. Go ahead and smooth out your eyes. Your nose is nice and normal. Your smile is turned up. You might not be super duper happy. But generous feeling is a way to just feel good. It's a way to make yourself just feel good. Look at this boy right here. How is he feeling generous?
By sharing his
Whoopsie. Lariah, how's he feeling generous?
By sharing his toy.
Sharing his toy. You guys do this all the time, every day. You're at centers time, you're at recess time. You have to share the bikes just like Henrietta did. You could be a generous friend and do that. You could share the trucks. When you're at Legos, you could share the toys. Being generous means you share it even when you don't really have to. It's just something kind to do. Look at this photo of this little girl. What is she doing, Pat's friend?
Feeling cookies.
Who would love to share some cookies? I would, because they would be yummy in my tummy, right? And does she really need to eat all those cookies? She would probably get a bellyache, wouldn't she? So she can feel generous easy by just giving them out to her friends, and her friends would feel good, and she would feel good because she's doing something kind, right? So I brought in, because I've got so many flowers that I decided to just, I have this bouquet of lollipops. And you know what? You know what I'm going to do though? Because I have a best friend in this class, I want to give it to just one of my very best friends.
You should share
I could share them with everybody, but you know, Aiden Griffin, he's my past friend. I think he's so special, especially because he's my past friend today. I want to give them all to Aiden.
No.
Aiden, I love you so much. You're so great. You get all these lollipops. Here you go. How is he feeling right now?
Happy.
He is feeling happy. Aiden, tell me. Stand up in the middle of the carpet for me. Tell me, how do you feel getting all that candy? You do feel happy? Wow. Who's happy for Aiden?
Not me.
You're not feeling happy? Why?
Not me.
Come on, wait a minute. Jaden, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Jaden, come here for a minute. Will you tell me, why aren't you feeling happy? Come here. Why aren't you feeling happy for him? Is there a different feeling you have? Yeah. What do you feel instead? Sad? Yeah. Why? Why do you feel sad? Because you want one? Do you? Who else wants one? Oh man, you're so lucky. Everybody wants what you have. They're probably feeling pretty jealous, don't you think? Yeah. Sorry, Jaden. If you were the past friend, I would have given it to you. Have a seat. That's sorry. It's too bad. If he was feeling really upset, what could he? Oh, he's doing the turtle. Look at him go.
Oh.
If you feel like you need to do the turtle with Jaden, you go for it and do it. What do you think? I think now's the time that you could feel generous. What would generous look like in this? It would look like happy. How could you make all of your friends happy by being generous? Do you think that would make them feel better? Would you be ready to do that? That means you don't have as many lollipops. You might only get one. Is that okay? You'd rather make everybody else feel happy too? What a nice friend. I love that. All right, stand up. Boys and girls, if you finish the turtle, you probably feel a little bit calmer, but you still might feel sad like Jaden does. He feels pretty sad, Aiden. You know what Aiden said? That today, are you crying? Oh my, there's some serious feelings happening here. He's smiling because he's not feeling jealous. But you know what Aiden said? Omir, guess what happened? He said he wants to feel generous today. And I said, what? He wanted to use that word that Twiggle told us. And what does generous look like, Aiden? It makes you happy, it makes them happy. Well, how can you do that? How can you be generous? Share your lollipop. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
What? Lydia heard it. Go ahead, be generous.
I heard it while I was doing the
Okay, what do you say?
This is my favorite.
What? Look at this generosity happening from our past friend.
Lollipop.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Past helper. You still have a lot left in there, don't you? You're a lucky boy. Have a seat. Have a seat. How did you feel when Aiden got all the candy and you didn't? Sad. Crying. Did anybody feel jealous? Did anybody feel disappointed? We've talked about all those things. But we also, remember, we learned that there's lots of ways. Are we listening? There's lots of ways to turn that feeling around, right? You can take your jealousy, you can take your hurt, you can take all that and turn it into what?
Love.
Love, absolutely. Love is always in your heart. No matter what you feel up here, love is always
In your
heart, right? And can you help everybody feel love?
Yeah.
Aiden did, just like that. He saw you were crying, he saw you were sad. Jaden, I'm so glad you shared that you were sad because it made you feel uncomfortable. But Aiden was such a kind friend to be generous, and now everybody's happy. Can we say these words? We can be generous every day. Hold your lollipop in the air. Say, we are generous.
Giving is better, far better than getting. I know it may not seem true,
We should sing this song more today, huh?
but just try it once and you'll find what you're missing. That giving is better for me and for you.